Greetings, I'm your host, Dr. Wolfula. Ever since my Evolution of Jason Voorhees vids, people have been requesting I give another slasher villain a similar treatment. Like Michael Myers, for instance. The problem with Michael is that he doesn't really evolve that much visually. Still, since it's October, I'll give it a shot, I suppose. In the original Halloween, Michael wears the official uniform of custodians and mechanics the world over, a jumpsuit. To conceal his secret identity, Michael dons a Captain Kirk mask painted white in the hopes that William Shatner's attorneys wouldn't notice. Early on in the movie, Michael is seen as a kid wearing a dime store clown costume in the 60s. One of the options for Michael's mask as an adult was also going to be a clown mask, but the producers opted for the far more interesting mask. Scary clowns have been done to death anyway. Near the end of Halloween, Michael appears maskless briefly, and, well, he looks like a guy. I don't know, he looks like a guy who needs an eye patch. In Halloween 2, Michael looks pretty much the same, just the mask looks a bit grungier, I suppose. Michael also appears as a teenager, and I guess he kind of looks like Mark Hamill. In Halloween 3, Michael is dead or in a coma. It depends on whether or not you keep watching the movies. Point is, he's not here, except on a TV. In Halloween 4, Michael returns pretty much unchanged. Even after a decade in a coma, he still goes for the jumpsuit look. Haddonfield even sells basically the same mask that a serial killer wore while he murdered a large group of people in one night. The mask does look slightly different in this movie, and that might be because William Shatner's lawyers finally noticed. Michael's new mask kind of makes him look like a stereotypical lawyer. The original mask apparently briefly appears, but it looks blonde now for some reason. That age, man. At the beginning of the film, Michael's face is covered in bandages and wears a hospital gown. It kind of makes him look like a mummy with a terminal illness. It might not count, but Michael's niece, Jamie, sees a vision of her uncle as a kid. The costume looks a bit different. Michael's clown outfit in this movie is meant to resemble the costume Jamie wears. I'm not sure if symbolism is considered canon. In Halloween 5, Michael's mask looks even more like a stereotypical lawyer face, and with a receding hairline to boot. At one point, Michael wears a troll or goblin or whatever mask as a disguise that doesn't really work out that well for him. Michael also unmasks, but we don't get a clear look. According to Jamie, though, Michael looks just like her, so imagine her head on Michael's body. In Halloween 6, Michael stays the course with his fashion choices. His mask looks like it has some kind of skin condition, but at least his hair looks better than last time. There's nothing else really notable about Mike's appearance here, if I recall correctly. In Halloween 7, or H2O, or whatever, Michael wears multiple masks of varying quality. It can be difficult to track them all. The worst is the cheap-looking one with the giant forehead. You can find better Michael Myers masks at Party City. The second worst would have to be the CGI mask they used to replace the worst mask in one shot. Yeah, that's right. The mask they used originally was so bad they had to cover it up with CGI. There are some more traditional masks in H2O, the most notable being the frowny face mask that looks like it has a lion's mane for hair. In Halloween Resurrection, Michael wears a much angrier looking mask. Maybe it's his reaction to being in the movie. For some reason, the mask looks like it's just a man wearing heavy makeup. Also, is it wrong that I'm getting a Bruce Jenner vibe from this mask? It's probably just me. Well, I've covered the evolution of Michael Myers throughout the original Halloween movies, and that's all that fucking matters. See ya!